my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
They're here.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
It's showtime.
Right, welcome everybody to another episode of the VHS Strikes Back. I am one of your hosts, Chris, and my co-host and very good friend is Dave.
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to the VHS Strikes Back, the show where we dust off the old video player and go on a nostalgic journey to look at the good and the bad movies of yesteryear. Now, Chris, what are we going to review this week?
Well, Dave, this movie is from 1985. It's from our Patreon and good friend Greig. This stars, Dave, Danny Aiello, I don't think that's his name, Ray Chow, and of course, Dave, Mr. Jackie Chan. It's a movie with a lot of backstory and a lot of put a fire up the backside of Jackie Chan, and he made Police Story off the back of this movie. But this one, Dave, is actually called The Protector. So I know we talked about it last week and we played the trailer, and I think you did say you might have watched it, but have you definitely watched this one, or do you remember when you first saw it?
Yeah, I definitely have watched this one. I don't remember too much about it, apart from two things. I remember the massage parlor.
Yep, we all remember that.
And I remember that feeling of, this isn't a Jackie Chan movie. So, I mean, if I think back to, growing up and especially all my uncles would watch all the Kung Fu movies, so I absolutely love not just the original Bruce Lee, but the countless knockoff Bruce Lees that came out after that, So it was like Bruce Lee, and there was loads of them. But Jackie Chan was one of the. Yeah, it was like L.I. and they basically had every variation of Bruce Lee, and I'd watch and gorge all of these movies, but Jackie Chan always stood out, not just because of the comedy and the humor that was injected in there, but also the fact that when you watch a Bruce Lee movie, he's basically nails, and he's got no fear. He's just basically the hardest guy in the room, and he just has to go through the motions, kicking everyone's ass. You never feel like he's in peril. Whereas Jackie Chan always seemed to get the crap beaten out of him. He seemed very capable. And the way he used to use his surroundings as well, it was all like very clever. And I just really liked all of his movies. And then as well, you got these side things like Snake in the Monkey's Shadow, kind of like those as well, of course. But Snake in the Eagle's Shadow we did with Spider-Man, didn't we? And we did Drunken Master. I kind of saw Jackie Chan in that ancient Chinese setting, those more 70s Hong Kong movies. And then I'd actually seen Police Story. I didn't realize the link between that and this story before this week, before we sort of started watching it and then researching into the background. But yeah, I just remember that feeling of watching it, and it just wasn't my kind of movie. It came too early for me. I don't know whether it had been 86, 87, but it was almost too mature. And I was like, yeah, I don't really like this. And it doesn't seem like the Jackie Chan that I remembered. And I know why I felt that way, because I watch it. I think my opinion probably hasn't veered too much from that, but we'll get more into that into the review. But I mean, how about yourself, Chris?
No, what I've seen bits of this, definitely. Like you said, there's things that you remember from it, but it was definitely in there. You're right, Dave. We got all them Bruce Lee knockoff movies, that every sort of Chinese karate movie, Hong Kong, there was always a Bruce Lee element to it. One that if it wasn't like a guy, as you said, with a variant of Bruce Lee's name, they had the look of Bruce Lee, didn't they? And the stance and the cadence of the voice and all the Bruce Lee mannerisms. But then obviously for me, Jackie Chan, before this, is Cannonball Run. So he was in the Cannonball Run 1 and 2. That's the first time I'd ever come across Jackie Chan, with his sort of slapstick karate stuff. It was probably one of the first things that got Western audiences into him as an actor, and he's funny in it, and that's what he's good at. He's good at the martial arts stuff and the slapstick, whereas you said last week, I think this is a bit more of a serious one if I remember correctly, and I was like, you sure? And I'm thinking and there is elements to this, but it does feel familiar. But you are right, Jackie Chan is another level up. I think like the fact he's legendary now, his stunts and everything. But I mean, I've read quite a few things recently that he was a bit of an arse as well, Dave. You know, like even though he's in general in life, he's a good guy. But when it comes to his movies and what he wants to do, especially this one, there's a lot of like conjecture with this. He can be a bit of an arse. Now, whether that's a good thing because he's calling out bullshit, I don't know. But I think he has the direction because he's edited this movie about a couple of times, and since because he was never happy with it. So it's interesting this to see, but it's almost like a bit of a before like a Lethal Weapon, not Beverly Hills Cop, but it's like a buddy cop movie, in it, like in some respects. And I've got plenty to say about Danny Aiello, whatever he's called. He's fucking right hand man in this. He's usually a baddie in everything we've ever seen. How the hell he survived? They kept expecting him to go bad at some point and be part of the gang or something, you know, like part of the baddies. And it's like he's the most miscast right hand man, and he also survives.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I kept watching this thinking, is this where Steven Seagal got his fucking Italian-American voice from? Because he just sounds like Steven Seagal, doesn't it? Or Steven Seagal sounds like him. It's weird. So he is totally miscasting this. So I think that's what's interesting as we go into like, but I've never seen it, but just knowing he's very familiar and it's a bit more of a hard-hitting movie was really, really interesting me when he said that. Because I thought, I've not seen Jackie Chan in anything, even bloody Rush Hour and that. He's still taking the piss with Chris Tucker, aren't they? They're chasing people all over the world, and there's loads of action and serious stuff, but they're still taking the piss out of everyone. Whereas in this, it isn't. He plays it pretty straight, which is interesting for Jackie Chan.
And you know what? I don't think we'd have got Rush Hour if you didn't have this movie.
Yes.
So there's a very obvious straight line to Police Story where he got so fucked off with this, you know, the making of this movie, and it shows how quickly they can knock him out there in Hong Kong, isn't there? You know, that he could get Police Story out in the same year. But I think with those two movies, that again, you've got that trend towards what eventually became Rush Hour. But whereas with Rush Hour, you've got that great chemistry, you know, whatever you think about Chris Rock, I think in that movie, it's really great, the chemistry between the two of them. With this one, Danny Aiello, I mean, the last time we saw him was in Hudson Hawk. So that should set the bar, really. But I agree on the miscasting. I just don't think it works at all. And not to tip my hand too much when we get into the movie, but especially when they're in the massage parlor and Jackie Chan's running around in a little towel and not an ounce of body fat on him. And then you've got Danny Aiello sort of running as well. And, you know, he's got a more of a, let's call it a Western physique. Chris.
A dad bod, Dave.
You know, definitely a dad bod. Jackie Chan's kicking the arse out of everyone and he's running around trying to find his Uzi. And so, yeah, it's an interesting combination, this one.
It is, and honestly, I was just knowing it was different and completely out there. And the fact that you've got Big John Studd, Dave, at the start as one of the henchmen, I thought he must be in it for long. No, he's not. He's in it as long as he's in the trailer, Dave. But that was last week. I was like, that's Big John Studd. But anyway, it's absolutely a waste of time that he's in this movie. He's just an absolute monster at the start for that usual cliche scene, isn't it, where they come and try and take names against the bad guy, against the good guy sort of thing. But anyway, I'm talking too much, Dave. Shall we get into this trailer?
Let's go.
In a city where crime never sleeps and accents are wildly inconsistent.
Sounds like he's talking about me. Comes a protector to film that bravely asks what if New York but slightly confused.
A cop, a partner, a kidnapping.
And dialogue that sounds like it was translated and then I'm from southwest of America, lightly abandoned, Dave. Where's the New York accent going?
Fucking Chip Daniels is back. He's
Manchester
tough.
United.
He's relentless. He's Jackie Chan.
In a film where they seem mildly surprised to discover it as Jackie Chan.
You filthy animal.
At least I'm not getting cancelled, Dave.
When a crime boss kidnaps a woman and flees overseas.
Naturally, the solution is let's go to Hong Kong and hope for the best. Still
Fists
busy.
will fly, bones will break, cars will be mildly dented.
this is the era before they realised letting Jackie choreograph every film was a better idea. Yeah, it was snakes. A little mo with him.
Explosions, gunfire, awkward nightclub scenes.
You got the count of 3? No, that's Home Alone. There's a disco in this that feels like it's wandered in from a completely different genre.
One man will cross continents to bring justice.
Mostly by looking confused and then the roundhouse kicking someone. I don't know what this is. Carry on, Dave.
The Protector.
A film caught between Hollywood ego and Hong Kong brilliance and slightly losing the fight.
Justice has a new name.
And it's wondering who approved this script.
This summer,
just let Jackie do the stunts and stop talking. The Protector.
During a bar robbery, NYPD officer Billy Wong kills the perpetrators but loses his partner Michael, drawing the fury of his superiors. Later, in the middle of a fashion show, masked gangsters storm in and kidnap Laura Shapiro, the daughter of known gangster Martin Shapiro. Now, Chris, what do you reckon to the opening of this movie?
I think it's fucking great, Dave. No. To be honest, Dave, what's interesting, and anybody who's going to want to watch this, it's still on Prime Video for the foreseeable future until this gets released next week, and then it will be getting taken off. But it is actually, and if you've got a Prime Video membership, you don't have to sign up to one of them snide fucking, let's pay £8 a month for Prime Video, and then you've got to sign up for a $3.99 trial
for Paramount as well.
Yeah,
and
Paramount. Yeah, and fucking Flixer-Us and fucking Dick Flixer-Us and all that. That's 99p and all that bollocks. I've signed up for that many things because of you, Dave. Just watch these movies and then not realise. Why is me Amazon Prime £25? Yeah, well, you've signed up for something 6 months ago, not cancelled it. So it is there as a normal Prime Video. And to be honest, it's a great copy as well. It's a proper upscale HD copy, so it does look good. And what's interesting about this is it's set in New York at the start. I know it's not in there for long, but just seeing like the action and the Twin Towers are there, and obviously you've been to New York. I do like the nostalgia of the old. I mean, they go past the Empire State, but the Statue of Liberty, and it's been done up. It's got scaffolding on it. I don't know if you noticed that, Dave, when they were on that boat.
Oh, no.
There's all scaffolding around the Statue of Liberty. So obviously, whenever that must have been 84, 85 when this was filmed. I think what takes me out of this movie a lot is the Jackie Chan's character. Because there's no slapstick. We said it before the trailer, and it's like you want that little bit. And even when he tries the odd bit, it doesn't land because his character is just playing an absolute badass copper, isn't he? He's Billy Wong is like the one of the best cops in America, isn't he? In America, New York. So there's no comedy to play for. So I find that it just takes it out a little bit. But however, the action's still good. There is good action in it. He's chasing after this gang at the start, isn't he? I mean, I will say what's weird is a lot of the special effects, and it is Jackie Chan doing a lot of these things in that. You can clearly see it's him. It's not like a thingy on it. Is some of the special effects are all over the place. You read the trivia and there's loads of talk about like how Jackie Chan wanted to do his style of like comedy, but will the action keep the action if there's no comedy? And they didn't want to do that. They wanted to do like loads of wide shots, so they lost a little bit of the oomph. So I do think at times some of the stunts are so telegraphed, you can see what's coming. I don't know about you, but normally in a film you just go with it. You go, oh, that's a great stunt, or especially the Jackie Chan stuff with the Jackie Chan stunt team and that. I don't know, this one, it just feels off from the get-go. A lot of the stuff just feels like we're watching a play almost in some respect, especially some of the fighting. It's like John Wick 3 levels of choreography where you can just tell it's just like dancing a lot of the time. I don't know about you, but I love Jackie Chan, but it does feel off this a lot.
Yeah, and apparently Jackie Chan and I think it's James Glickenhaus, isn't it? The director had multiple run-ins. And you can see why. I mean, the action is okay, but it's not to Jackie Chan levels.
No.
And I think that there's probably a couple of things there. The Hong Kong movie makers, they take so much time over getting the action right, and so they'll shoot scenes again and again and again, so they get the best scene and all of the focus is on the action. And then, they'll also film the bits in between, but there's not as much of a focus on that. Whereas here, they probably filmed it, a fewer amount of times and were more focused on this gritty kind of, I don't even want to call it a buddy cop movie, because it doesn't have the charm of, say, a 48 Hours or a Lethal Weapon or Beverly Hills Cop or anything like that. It's kind of missing something. And I think this movie would be better if it didn't have Jackie Chan in it, because I'm watching it and I kind of have an expectation about, there being a bit of cheekiness somewhere, a bit of humor thrown in, some great action, basically him having the crap beaten out of him, but, coming out on top. There's not a lot of that. And yeah, the action scenes just aren't fantastic. But I didn't hate the movie. I kind of liked it. And I feel like it's almost like, you're getting Jackie to play a Martin Riggs type character, and it just doesn't really work for me.
No, I'm with you, and I said it before the trailer, but when his partner gets going, you get Danny Aiello, or whatever he's called, who's always a baddie. He doesn't look right. He looks like a baddie from the A-Team, doesn't he, from the start? The same, as soon as you see these characters, they're great actors and actresses, aren't you? And you just know these people play baddies. No matter what they do, they're like a almost a background character, but you just know the bad. And he's supposed to be his mate. And I'm not buying it, Dave. You need some athletic, like, you don't have to be a martial arts expert like Jackie Chan, but he's a fucking school teacher or someone who's got the gig. And it's like, is it because he's a good actor? And he has been in a lot of things. That's why we've picked him, because I know off camera, as well as you said, some of the trivia is Jackie Chan struggled because they wanted him to speak English, didn't he? And sort of say he was from New York. And he's like, but I'm not. And he had to have like dialect coaches there giving him clues all the time because his English wasn't that strong. And I agree. I just think it's way off. And honestly, I am pissing myself all the way because that Danny Aiello, one minute he's like, back in. Next minute, he just goes all Rambo, doesn't he? He's like pulling guns out of his arse and he's firing stuff maniacally. There's no reason for him to go so crazy, but like, rah! And it's just like, what is going on? So from the minute he comes in, I am literally, stop it. From the minute he comes in, I'm just like, you are not the right co-star. You should be part of the baddies, not the goodies. And I kept thinking he was so miscast. I don't know about you, but for me, that was the most jarring thing about his character. He was just totally miscast. It made no sense why he was his right-hand man at all, because he don't look tough.
Yeah, I kind of feel like in this movie, he is America.
Yeah.
That's what his job was in this movie. And there are several terrible lines in this, but I think one of the worst was, when they go across to Hong Kong, and this is, when at a time when it was still under British rule, wasn't it? So you have the superintendent there who's, straight off a set of James Bond or something, saying, I've spoken to your supervisor, and Uzis are not standard issue in the NYPD. And he's like, I never come to Southeast Asia without my Uzi. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, what sort of line is that? And I just feel like everything about him, like, you got this big out of shape guy, running around. And basically, I mean, he does nothing, does he? He does like literally the square root of fuck all to help out Billy Wong in his quest, to find the girl and everything and solve the crime. He does nothing, but he's just going around shooting people with his fucking Uzi.
And you're right, that line's amazing. Like, well, how did you get through customs? Did you just put it in your fucking, your toiletry bag, a fucking big Uzi? It's brilliant. You're right, I didn't think of it like that. He is literally America, isn't it? He's literally every cliche, New York cop, everything. Like,
yeah.
Even when they get to Hong Kong and he's in like the hotel and that, and he's just a bit of a slime ball. But you're right, when we go to the massage parlor, they fucking hell. Like, what is going on there? Like, he just looks completely out of place, doesn't he? There's one of them dodgy guys who goes, hey, I'm just going to Thailand because I love the place. Yeah, on your own, are you, son? Yeah, really? Okay, mate. He looks way off, doesn't he? Like, he looks so sleazy. And I love the scene when they're in the fucking. Honestly, it's comical because he tries to be like hip. He wears like a red fucking coat and that, doesn't he, this Danny, or a red jacket, a shirt. Oh, that's it. He's got a shirt. Oh, and he looks way out of place, doesn't he? Like just completely. So I just feel that like for us to buy into Jackie Chan's character Billy, you've got to have a foil. He's got to at least die. If he's not going to be a nails like henchman who gives as good as he gets. He doesn't do the martial arts, but he's a bit like, he's a bit rugged. He's a boxer or he's a bit of a wrestler or something. Someone who can, he's just a tough fucker. Then fine. Yeah. But you ultimately feel as if he's going to die. I know it sounds silly, but you remember, watch a film. I know it's a completely different genre of film, but you watch Bloodsport. You know that Frank Dukes is not going anywhere, but you also know, okay, USA, Ray, he's going to get fucking taken out at some point, and he might not die, but he's going to meet his maker because he can't fight against Frank Dukes, but you sort of feel that there's something somewhere, and he does at the end of the day, doesn't he? He ends up like with Bolo Young, just levers him, but you sort of know that as Dukes' foil, he's going to meet a demise somewhere along the lines, isn't he? You know what I mean? Like even Van Damme's brother in Kickboxer, different move again, but you sort of know he's a bit of an arse. He's he's a bit of a legend kickboxer, but he's going to get beat. In this, it feels like, why is he? I don't understand. Like, why is he last so long in the movie? At least he should be some sort of fucking, patsy, so that they use as a fucking weapon to get killed. So Jackie Chan goes full on revenge. Billy goes and takes everyone out. That's what I feel is missing in this. And the fact that you said he plays it so straight as a Martin Riggs character, he's just bizarre for me. Jackie Chan, it doesn't suit him at all for me, Dave.
No, I agree. And I think we were supposed to care about his partner that got killed off in that bar heist kind of thing at the start, but we didn't know his partner that much to really care about him. And then, like you say, I mean, Danny Aiello, I don't really feel like he did anything either. But it's funny you should mention Bloodsport, because Mr. Ko, who's obviously the main gangster, he's trying to be all right and proper, isn't he, at the horse racetrack sort of thing, and he's actually played by Roy Chow. I hope I pronounced that right. Who is the dad? He's Tanaka.
Remember? Yeah.
When he cuts off the kids, basically the kid who shows that Jean-Claude Van Damme isn't the worst actor in the world, and he's like, "Are you gonna call the cops?" So yeah, he's the dad.
Oh fucking! I didn't even twig on that at all, Dave. I didn't. But again, I mean, there's links to this all over. I love that woman comes in and fucking he's whatever he's called, Danny, and she gets the gear off there. She's got full lead. Then he get a massage by a bloke, and then he was like soaping him up. Then he got the women doing the nails, and then they end up in a room with him. And I'm like, I don't remember this in Lethal Weapon, Dave. You know what I mean? But again, it's a bizarre scene, isn't it? Because it doesn't go with the movie, if that makes sense. And I think I read a lot of places, Jackie Chan's re-edited this and took a lot of the nudity, hasn't he? Because he thought it'd take people away. He wanted people to see he was like a serious actor. And once they got the backlash of people were kicking off saying like, Natalie, no, it's pretty poor this for Jackie Chan. Why has he gone down this route? Then he sort of started blaming the director, didn't he, and stuff. But I don't know. I mean, they're supposed to be cops straight laced, aren't they? And the next minute they're almost getting a fucking hand job off these fucking women and that. So I don't know.
I think it was a bit more than that, wasn't it? Because when she slid under, and again you got another classic line there. Oh, when did you grow a beard?
Yeah,
I mean, if you looked at the table, there were two holes. There was one that you could put your big head through,
and your little head. Yeah.
The little head goes through the other one. So I thought, again, for me, Jackie Chan is this he's this treasure, isn't he? And I don't like him in this sordid kind of setting.
Yeah, and good old Danny's getting. I've never seen a table like that, Dave. I've got to say, even he's giving me ideas. I've seen, there is movies out there allegedly, the Gloria ones and that. But yeah, it's bizarre that she goes under like she's fucking servicing under a car, doesn't she? It's on a fucking rail and everything.
Just to change the tires here.
Yeah, fucking weird, isn't it?
it was. I couldn't work out the kind of angles of it as well, because you get Billy and he's getting his massage, seems to be having a nice time there, but then he sees in the reflection. I mean, it's the worst assassin in the world, isn't it? She basically stood on top of him, giving him a bit of a massage with her feet, and then it's just one of like those homemade movies or something. It's like, oh yeah, you've got a knife right under the right on top of the light there. But he sees it, and that's when he starts to kick some ass.
Oh yeah, it's fucking brilliant that scene though, Dave, because when fucking good old fucking Danny, whatever he's called, stops with his fucking lob on, he runs back to his fucking locker to pull the gun out, doesn't he? It's like leaves his mate there with a load of machete wielding fucking baddies.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back on with his fucking tighty whities and runs back and gets a fucking gun. It's bizarre, this scene. And you're right, I think what you hit the nail on the head before, this doesn't feel like Jackie Chan choreographed movie, does it? Like the fight stuff, because it's serious. Like it's not, just the odd bit he tries, and it's not funny at all. It just does nothing for you watching it. There's no jeopardy to it, if that makes sense. Even though he's getting people chasing with like baseball bats and machetes, knives, and that, you never feel like he's in trouble. Even though Jackie Chan's brilliant, he's martial arts second to none on the screen, and that he's absolutely, and he's in great shape. I don't know. Again, it's just an off film. But I'm with you. I still enjoy it. I'm still enjoying the movie, and I like the fact that it's upscaled from 1985. I really do. I think Prime have done a cracking job on it, so I definitely recommend people watching it. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's no story to it, is there really? Like, it don't make any sense why they're on this rampage against like all these people, really. I know it's like a revenge thing, but they won't have any jurisdiction over there, would they? They won't be able to just go over there and start fucking killing everyone.
Yeah, just very fast and loose, like you say, especially like, so you're a New York cop. That is your jurisdiction. You don't even have well, actually, I don't know, maybe they do, but I was going to say, surely they don't have jurisdiction in fucking New Jersey. Never mind Hong Kong. I thought that's how it works in the States. You have your local police force, and then if it's cross-state, then that's when the FBI's have to get involved. You certainly can't just fucking hop on a plane with your Uzi to Hong Kong and then just start taking names. I'm not sure international law works that way.
I don't think Ryanair would let you on there, Dave. There'd definitely be a charge if you're going on one of their planes to Hong Kong with your Uzi. Oh, I'm sorry, it doesn't fit that, but you're going to have to fucking pay. It's just, you're right, absolute nonsense in it. But again, he is brilliant. He's brilliantly shit, but he's right-hand man there, Danny. He's absolutely ridiculous. He's got a fucking super weird 70s quiff. He's holding on to his hair for dear life. And again, I don't know. It's not one of them ones, it's so good it's bad, but it's just wrong. And I think even like Jackie Chan, there's a scene a little bit later when he's back in the hotel room and he says something on the phone, doesn't he? And he goes, yeah, what you here for? He goes, we're here for your ass. And I'm like, that just sounds so... It just thinks, it doesn't fit with Jackie Chan as an actor, like the serious side of everything, which he was going for, this action hero thing. I don't know. Some of the cinematography is great, the colors and like some of the scenery is fantastic. So I don't think, like I say, don't think it's a bad movie. I just feel it's not the right movie for him. I think you're right, what you said before. It would have been a better movie without Jackie Chan in it. I think that's what takes it away, because you're concentrating on what he's done in the past. I don't think, in some respects, he's quite typecast in what he does. That's what he's good at. Why break that? There's nothing wrong with Chan. So I know he did a film a few years ago where it was something to do with terrorists and stuff. It was like a kid got kidnapped or something. It's more of an action type thriller one. And I think that's pretty good. I think that's only about 6-7 years old. I've never seen it. I think that was a pretty good movie. But this at this point in his career, this is what he's good at. He's not. This isn't Jackie Chan for me. This sort of serious character.
Yeah, I mean, if you think a little bit later in the 90s and stuff, you had like Chow Yun-fat doing John Woo movies and stuff like that. I think they'd almost be better taking this script and making it their movie, if you like, not a Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah, I agree with that, because even the cliche stuff, Dave, of like, we get the American soldier guy who's dressed in military gear, and he just appears as part of the gang, doesn't he? And he's got fucking like all these weapons in his
Sure,
boat.
it's like the brother of the guy who turned up on Kickboxer.
Yeah, it is. It's the same guy. He's got the bandana on and everything. But it's the fact that he's like, I've been in the army. Oh, I wouldn't have known that because you're wearing your army fucking gear with you. I mean,
You haven't taken it off for 10 years.
Yeah, I was in Vietnam. Or was you? All right, okay then. I just didn't have any other clothes for 10 years. I mean, you wouldn't do that, would you? You just wouldn't. But he then becomes part of the team, doesn't he? Like he's like another. Another goodie in some respect. I mean, when he pulls them fucking weapons out in the boat, fucking hell, Dave. We're talking fucking Rambo. He's got it like under his fucking fishing gear or something, hasn't he? But I don't know. Like, there is some good stuff with Jackie Chan. Some of the stunts, I do love the fact that he does a lot. So I say about Scott Adkins, so a bit of a modern day sort of martial arts phenomenon. I love Scott Adkins. So we went through a proper spur, didn't we, a few years ago watching. Because he does all his own stunts. He's just not doing thing, and I love that with Jackie Chan. A lot of the things he's doing, motorbikes, jumping from the boats, even in the air, that's him doing that. And I love that. He's always done so many movies. In every movie, he always breaks a leg or does something, doesn't he? He always ends up with some injury. You know what I mean? I'm watching, I've watched that bit today where he's on the motorbike and he's on the crosser, and that's him driving it, and he's going through that, and that's all planned in it with everyone. But you can see he's not really a confident motorbike rider, but he's still going for it. So yeah, it is what it is. It's Jackie Chan trying. I think he's just trying everything and hoping the edit would be forgiving. And I think unfortunately that's why he went back to the editing suite twice to make two different versions, didn't he, of this? Because even the naked women aren't in some of the ones, because like I say, he wanted to distance himself, especially at the end day with the drug scene.
We'll come back to the drug scene in a bit, but I just want to say, because you mentioned about the boat scene there, and I guess I do like that scene where he's sort of jumping from boat to boat, but he's basically chasing this masseuse parlor fucking businessman, and he's like a gazelle, like running away from Jackie Chan, and like that's what I'm just not quite getting my head around. And the timing of it for the stuntmen is impressive, because especially when he gets away, he jumps on the boat that's going the other way. So the timing of that has to be absolutely perfect. I wonder if, did he nail that first time, or did he, jump off and miss it and end up in the water a few times? But I do like it, but I mean, talk about being unbelievable.
I know.
But I think probably I have an early memory, basically watching like Enter the Dragon, where they're going through and you see all the boat people and everything. So I think it's probably imprinted on my mind that, Hong Kong and this and all the boats and everything, it's just synonymous. So if you're going to do Hong Kong, you've got to have a boat scene.
Yeah, you do. And I think with a lot of the sort of stunt stuff, what's interesting is all the people, like even Jackie Chan himself, they all land in boxes and stuff, don't they? Instead of like panning as if they hit the deck or something, you can clearly see they're just jumping into like stunt props all the time. There's always something where they land in a box or they land somewhere, don't they? You know what I mean? Like it's not it's not. It's too obvious that even though it's impressive and it's Jackie Chan doing a lot of it, it really is. Watching it now, like it's 40 years old, Dave, to be fair. I'm not saying I could fucking do any of these stunts, you know what I mean? But it's brilliant watching him do it and how he sets it all up. But also the fact that, I don't know, it just looks too fake, even though it's a movie. I can't explain it. I sound like I'm being a right bastard with this movie. I'm not. I do enjoy it, but I can't enjoy it like a photo would, if you know what I mean. I'm sort of almost crying out for a good story. If he's going to go serious, give me something new and inventive, and give me some better like co-stars, but they're all shit, really.
Yeah, it is a well-trodden path, isn't it? There's nothing kind of new or interesting in this story. But come on, you mentioned about the drug scene, and I guess, I don't know, is there truth to the fact so you don't get any kind of cross-contamination or anything? You have to have women all naked. I mean, the blokes had clothes on, so they didn't seem to mind, but it seemed to go on for ages. And I know in the Hong Kong version, you basically got, I don't know if they've taken out all of that scene, but, at least a lot of the nudity. And it just, I don't know, it seemed too much for me. I know we just literally last week we've done fucking erotic ghost story, haven't we? So there's plenty in that, but it was nudity for a purpose. And this seemed, even more of just an excuse to get naked bodies on the screen.
Oh, David, not just that. It's fucking unhygienic. I love the fact that the women come in, and we've seen it in other movies, haven't we? Where like whoever's doing the drug splitting, make sure they don't nick any and all that sort of thing. I mean, nobody at this point in this movie had seen Sticky Vicky and bedding on Dave because she'd have had a fucking few kilos up there. So I don't know why they were naked. And turned the light bulb on and opened a bottle of San Miguel, but that's another fucking story, and I've seen all of it. But it's the fact that the women go up the ladders, right? And then the doctor goes behind him.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's nothing. They've got the trainers on and the women are going up there. And then he's like, right, yeah, I'll see you later. And he goes up behind him. And I'm like, I don't know whether I should be aroused or worried about personal hygiene, Dave. I'm not sure. I mean, them seats maybe need a wipe down after they've been sat there sweating for a few hours. But yeah, the doctor's just going up behind him. And I'm like, this is fucking weird. Again, why put that in the movie? There's no need, is there? And you're right. No. Everyone else has just got no clothes on. Like that is a really strange fucking choice. I mean, I respect they've got the trainers on, Dave. They keep the fucking white Adidas fucking trainers on, but fuck all else. Like, I don't know. I tell you what I was impressed with actually is after that scene is when Jackie Chan's climbing up the side of the containers. And he climbs up about 30 feet. And all right, there is strategic bits where he puts his feet. But I'll tell you what, he's got no harness on. There's no finger. That is him climbing on top of there. That is a fucking a high way to climb up. And I love the fact he hooks the fucking lanyard on nothing. And then fucking Danny, who's about fucking 16 stone, can just come up there like he's fucking Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible or something, like he's some fucking free runner or something. It's absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
No one's buying that at all, are they?
No.
And, Danny, so obviously it's his character's name as well, but, he gets shot as they kind of blow up the lab, and you get, is it Billy? Not Billy. What's the guy's name? He comes out with a fucking racist line quite early on. Benny, not Billy.
Yeah,
Benny. So he's hiding there and he shoots Danny. And I must admit, by this point, Chris, I'm thinking, I kind of hope he's dead. Just out the way, because he's offering pretty much nothing to the movie. But no, they beat him up a bit. And Benny was played by a guy called Bill Wallace, Chris. So Bill Wallace was also known as Superfoot. So he was actually a skilled martial artist, and he was a middleweight kickboxing champion. He retired with 23 wins, no draws, no defeats.
Hell, didn't know that.
Yeah, so and I guess the clue was when he was holding up Danny on the pool table, instead of just giving him a good crack with his fist, he sort of sits him up there and awkwardly just gives him a roundhouse kick.
As you do.
And I was like, I wonder if he's, does something outside. So I ended up reading up around the side, but he may have been a great kickboxing champion. Like I say, no draws, no defeats, but fuck me, he could not act at all. I mean, he just looks surprised all the time when the camera is on him. And I have to say, again, what, and this is the problem, right? I'm anchored to my own expectations about what I expect with Jackie Chan. And I think some of the action scenes are okay. Some of the stunts, like you say, very impressive. You get your standard stuff with Jackie Chan. He's doing them all himself and, very dangerous. But the actual fight scene with Benny, I just found it so labored and slow. And as soon as they kick down, he's got that fucking bomber jacket on. And I'm like, at some point, he's going to get pissed off. He's going to whip that off. He's going to fucking tense his muscles, squeeze his fists, and he's going to kick some ass. But now he just sort of got kicked around. And within 10 seconds, he gets a couple of kicks. And then he's on the floor. He's like, ah. It's like, hang about, you can go longer than this. You've only just fucking started. So yeah, I don't know what did you think about that whole, that was the big showdown that we were waiting for, wasn't it? Benny versus Billy. And it sort of fell flat for me.
Well, it did, because I think he did a couple of kicks to Jackie Chan, to Billy, and he was like he was getting hit by a fucking steel rod, wasn't it? There was no context why he was falling back so dramatically, considering he just kicked the shit out of everyone in the movie. Nobody, all right, yeah, he's not huge, Billy, but he's so athletic and quick, and bob and weave, and like you say, Bill Wallace, his character, who, Dave, I've just gone on a little rabbit hole, Dave. He was the first UFC commentator on the first tournament. He was a personal trainer and friend of Elvis Presley and John Belushi, and he was the man who found John Belushi dead in his bungalow, Dave. So yeah, unbelievable.
Nice light little bit of trivia to throw in there.
Yeah, just throw in there. Good old Bill Wallace there. He's just lighting the mood for everyone. But
sounds suspicious to me. But
well, in suspicious minds, babe. But you're right. I mean, he's impressive the way he looks and that. But I'm with you. There was no jeopardy, and it didn't even make sense because he levers Billy, and then all Billy does is a flying fucking headbutt and fucking.
That was fucking weird.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, and Benny is just finished, didn't he? And the guy above throws him some fucking knuckle dusters, and I'm like, hang on,
he doesn't need them, mate. Tanaka, just keep them to yourself.
Exactly, but he doesn't need them. But the thing is, it's like Billy does nothing. Jackie Chan's character does fuck all other than a flying headbutt. And the next minute, Benny is completely disabled from nowhere. He's done nothing in the fight. He didn't even get a kick on him, did he? And then it's just, that is fucking nonsense. But then again, Dave, one of the greatest scenes of the movie is where fucking Billy's fighting against everyone. He's trying to get to Danny. Danny's at the top of the containers. He levers about 20 people, and from nowhere, fucking Benny can turn on a fucking circular saw, a cordless circular saw without him hearing. And next minute, we're full on chainsaw massacre. It's just fucking not. And he's like totally choreographed, and he's trying to take his head off in it all the time. Like, it's weird. It's completely weird. But I'm with you. The fight scene just does not live up to it at all. I don't think it helps, and it's not being disrespectful. He's in great shape, but he looks like a fucking teacher, doesn't he? He's got a little fucking bald head, like farm cake on. He should have a skinhead, shouldn't he, or something? He just doesn't.
Geography
look right.
teacher.
Yeah, he doesn't look right, does he? I mean, he looks like Roper, but 10 years later when his fucking hair started receding, doesn't he? You know what I mean? It was End of the Dragon or something. But I'm with you. I just don't feel that any of it sticks really with him. There's no reason. And it's bad to say that about someone's hair, but the fucking flying headbutt on that is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. What I will say is, I did like it. So I felt, even though the fight with Benny initially, before the chainsaw comes out, I felt like that was quite laboured. But when Benny's out of the game and then he starts fighting everyone else, I felt like that was more what I expect to see from Jackie Chan. Now, I will say as well, props to his fucking stunt team, because some of those falls that they did, there was one that he kicks a guy off and he falls on all these barrels and everything, and he goes fucking flying. Another one goes down a slide, and you're thinking, that I mean, again, they get paid a lot of money. Well, I don't know, do they? There's Hong Kong stuntmen, but I felt like it was really good stunt work. So not just what Jackie Chan was doing, but then when Benny comes with that chainsaw, I mean, again, I don't know. Would you get away with that now with fucking health and safety or something? Because it seemed like it was going. There was no CGI or anything back then, but it needed to be sped up or something, because it just looked like it was like, okay, you go that way, I'll go this way, and it was so far away. I just never felt. I felt like I was looking at two people genuinely acting, as opposed to being immersed in that fight.
Yeah, when he comes outside and the big guy's there, and he just fucks off, doesn't he? Like in the helicopter, and you think, right, we're gonna have a big matchup now. He's already fought against Benny. It is another fight going down, and he sort of sprays him with a load of air. Who he hits the deck. The guy's about 6'5", and then we do get a bit of a fight scene, but that thing what is going on that platform with the boxes, Dave? Are we fucking Tom and Jerry here or something? Like it's
It's like a game, and it's like fucking Donkey Kong or something.
Yeah, that's it. Donkey Kong. It's exactly like you playing on the NES or something. Like they could have hit each other, but they're throwing these fucking boxes at each other, and I'm like, I don't get what's going on here. Like, what is the aim of the game?
So it was a weird story, or part of the story to write, I feel. But again, I must admit, when I was watching this, apart from being confused by the Donkey Kong thing, like just how fucking dangerous it was.
Yes.
Like for the actors, like not just Jackie Chan, the other guy up there is a right old beefcake, isn't he? And I guess I said Danny did absolutely fuck all, but of course he gets his fucking rocket launcher, doesn't he? And he takes the guy out. And it's just... Chris, I feel like he's won a competition to be in this movie because just the comedy way sort of, it's like, I'm not looking at you, and spins around. It's like, yeah, just fires it off. But yeah, I think the Donkey Kong thing was silly, but fucking hell, I was shitting it for the actors because I was thinking, what is under that? Because it didn't look like, there was anything for them to fall on to. Some of those wide shots, you could see they were really high up there.
Yeah, he's right on the edge there. That's not bullshit. That's like proper skills in it to do all that. But then I love the fact that when he does get off the platform, he boots the big guy off. The guy in the helicopter, Dave, it's fucking cartoon time. He's about to shoot him with his Uzi. Again, an Uzi is fucking, it'll spray all over the place. Be lucky to shoot him. And then he fucking drops the fucking, Acme fucking Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote fucking crate on the helicopter. And just before that, we've had Danny come out like he's fucking Rambo. And he's got this weird, bazooka gun thing.
You mean that bit that I just talked about?
The one you just talked about, yeah. When you talked about, I wasn't listening. Yeah, that one, Dave. And he's fucking that bit. But this bit, again, it drops the crate on him. It's like, well, how long is he stood there for? Jackie Chan's just stood waiting for him to shoot him, and then he's like, hang on a minute, I'll get him with this. And you know what? This crane's still plugged in. The crane driver's still left the keys in, ready for me to just finish off his job. It's so bullshit.
It's a really harsh edit as well, isn't it? It reminds me of the Young Ones. When they throw like a dummy off the edge of a cliff or something, and then you see the dummy on the floor, and then it's a harsh edit, and you see, like Vivian or something just springs back up into life. It's really weird. I don't, again, maybe they fixed it in the Hong Kong edit, but yeah, I felt that edit was really, really bad.
Yeah, it was. The whole thing was bad, and obviously they saved the day, and then for some reason they get a commendation in New York, back in America.
It was so weird, wasn't it? It's just such a random fucking scene. I don't know, almost Star Wars / Police Academy right at the end, and then it finishes off with this weird country and western
as they walk off.
As they walk off, yeah, and again, completely out of tone with the rest of the movie.
He's fucking brilliant, Dave. I mean, brilliantly bad, but just again, like you say, not hating the movie at all. Just bizarre.
Just sounds like we are.
It sounds like we are. It's just it is an 80s movie. I can see why it's not enjoyed. I think it's probably better now than when it first came out. And the fact that he ended up doing Police Story off the back of this, there is some good out of it, Dave. You've got to give him that. That's the main thing. But yeah, the end bit is ridiculous. Getting the fucking Congressional Medal of Honor or whatever for what they're fucking for doing something in Hong Kong.
For going and committing international terrorism.
Yes, exactly. If you were getting it in Hong Kong, fair enough. I feel like a Beverly Hills Cop thing where it's like, fucking Inspector Todd, get the fuck back to fucking Detroit with your fucking, your keys to the fucking Los Angeles City or Beverly Hills City or, and all that shit. But this, I don't know. Bizarre. So anyway, Dave, shall we get into our scores?
Let's go.
So for me, Dave, great pick, Greg. Honestly, I never would have watched this. The fact that it's on Prime is definitely worth the upscale if someone wants to watch it. And I think a few people are going to enjoy it if not watched it. If they're into the same sort of stuff as us, Dave, it'll definitely be there. And it'd be interesting to see the difference between that and Police Story properly, because I think that's definitely Jackie Chan at his peak. It sort of inspired him to make a better movie. So, but I don't think it's terrible, Dave, but I will say, it's going to go to the top of Elm Street. I just don't think it's a Hill Valley. I think like it doesn't work with Jackie Chan being this sort of hard-nosed protagonist. And even when he does the odd little bit of comedy, it's still not enough. And that Danny guy, fuck me, he's terrible as his right-hand man. He should have been killed or become part of the crew at the end who double crosses him. That's what I would have believed. But he just kept just randomly shouting stuff like he was at his nails. He could have at least fucking, looked the part. He just completely did not. It just looked completely miscast to me. So yeah, way off for me, Dave. But I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it in that respect. Even though it may probably sound like we hated it, I didn't. So what about yourself?
I've got to say, I'm not too far away from you at all. I think, unfortunately, I didn't think I'd say this for a Jackie Chan movie, but I think it's an Elm Street for me as well. I've still got those same feelings that I had way back when I watched it for that first time, that it's just not a Jackie Chan movie. And I will say, I did enjoy it. It doesn't sound like I did, but I did. Yeah. But my expectations of what I should be watching, and Danny fucking Aiello, I mean, he's like Jackson out of Bloodsport, but without the charm. And I never thought I'd say that about Jackson, because I think he's a knob in Bloodsport. But Danny Aiello is worse in this. I think, just utterly bizarre. But yeah, I think, I don't know if I mentioned before, but Jackie drops the F-bomb in this as well.
He does.
It all seems so forced and just uncomfortable for him to do. And yeah, it's just, and again, I guess if this wasn't a martial arts movie, so you say like Lethal Weapon isn't a martial arts movie, is it? Martin Riggs is handy, he can fight, but it's not necessarily, you don't think of Lethal Weapon as a martial arts movie. And I think it's that with this as well. It isn't, but my expectations are that it should be. And so I think I might watch this again. Who knows? But I think it could have been so more. But the best thing that this movie has done, like I say, is get Jackie Chan also pissed off that he goes off and convinces other people to commission him to do a police story movie. And I absolutely love that first one. There's a whole bunch of sequels that I've not watched yet. So I think rather than watch this one again, I'd sooner spend my time watching those sequels, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I do as well, Dave. Maybe we'll get to review them as well. But anyway, Dave, it's my pick next week. Now it is, pleasure and pain, as we say, for 2026. I think this might cause a lot of people a lot of pain, Dave. But for me, this is going to cause me a lot of pleasure, my friend. I absolutely love this movie. This was on a rotation of movies in this franchise that we watched as kids. I know I've mentioned it when we did one of the other movies in this series, but I'm not going to tell you what it is, Dave. I'm not even going to tell you what year it is. I just think we should play the trailer and it'll all be revealed, my friends. So let's play the trailer.
Oh. Well, I say unmistakable. People don't know what the movie is yet, but you know what the franchise is.
Oh, yeah. Well, Dave, we're going back to 1985. It's Roger Moore's last James Bond.
Man has a secret ambition.
It's A View to a Kill.
The domination of Silicon Valley.
Christopher Walken.
I love this movie. The special effects and the scenery stuff is ridiculous.
Strike,
A secret plan.
for which each of you will pay me $100 million.
Is that fucking Austin Powers?
The trouble is, that's the trouble,
Really
isn't
a
it? You
secret
can't
weapon.
not see Austin Powers in this. I mean, to be fair, Chris, I felt like this one was in the pipeline because the other week when you were talking about Bridget Nielsen,
You kept saying Grace Jones.
Grace Jones.
Yeah.
There's only one man
They know
who
that.
can stop them.
Oh, I can't wait.
Tell you what, we're definitely getting a copyright strike from YouTube
Yeah,
for this trailer.
Oh, I can't wait for me Roger Moore impression. That's been nice. It's the special effects and like the stun double stuff. He's terrible.
So jarring.
Tracy is still under arrest. In the world of high adventure, the highest number is still 007.
The thing is with this, Dave, Stamps just paid his tickets with a friend to watch Don Giovanni. There you go, mate. Nice to know.
Oh, maniac.
What a mistake.
Yeah, we're definitely getting cock design Survivor this Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. It's gratuitous, isn't it?
Great tune, though.
Oh, love it. This might be my favourite Bond song, you know.
Yeah.
Roger Moore is James Bond 007 with Tanya Roberts, Grace Jones, and Christopher Walken. Has James Bond finally met his match? Find out this summer in A View to a Kill.
Can't wait. I have waited to do this one
by
for
Duran
ages.
Duran.
Yes. Oh, come on. Even if
You
the
know what,
music's shit, that is amazing.
Let's make a pact. We can't wrap the at some point we'll stop doing the podcasts, but we can't do it until we've done all the classic Bond movies.
Yeah, I love Bond. You know I do, Dave. He's one of my fucking greatest superheroes in some respects. I love fucking Bond.
Yeah. I'm sure it's going to age like fine milk.
Probably. Every one of them's been to some island, allegedly, probably, Dave. But there you go. Allegedly, my friend. Anyway, big thank you to Greg. Big thank you to everyone, as always, for supporting us. If you want to email us, the VHSStrikesback@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on social media, at VHS Strikes Back. And if you don't support us, please go over to patreon.com/the VHS Strikes Back. So the roll call of honor, and a big thank you to Matty V, Reese, Nick, Greg, Gareth, Mike, Lee, Helen, Dylan, Dan, Justin, Susan, Tim, Matt Hales, Kent, Looking at the Green, Herb Shack, Math Plate, John Hammond, and Mr. Tony Farina. So thank you so much, guys, for all your support. Amazing as always. And Dave, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So at this point, Dave, what song are you going to take us out with? Because I've got a feeling your songs will be better than the movie we just talking about. But let's go.
Well, I hadn't really mentioned the music, but I did enjoy the music in the probably first 90% of the movie, more so than that weird oddity of that country and western song they just threw at the end. But for most of the movie, it was more that kind of gritty cop show kind of thriller, from the 70s or 80s. So I've gone for that kind of angle with this one. And this one is simply called Billy Wong.
I was like the 80s to start.
Steam rising off the avenue. Blue lights.
Another amazing bass line.
Yeah. Good one this time.
Fade where shadows fall. One good partner lost it all. Empty locker, badge gone cold. Case file marked in black and bold. No more words, no funeral song. Now he walks alone. Billy Wong. City burns, but he stands tall. No retreat, no protocol. Justice sharp and driving strong through the night. Billy Wong. Billy Wong. He's the protector. Billy Wong. Streets on fire. Billy Wong. Billy Wong. Keeping the law tonight. Billy Wong. Billy Wong. Streets on fire. Billy Wong. Billy Wong. Keeping the law tonight. Billy Wong. house lights and darkland rain. Helicopters rise again. No compromise, no slow retreat. Cold resolve on foreign streets. Billy won't, Billy won't. Streets on fire, Billy won't, Billy won't. Keeping the law tonight, Billy won't, Billy won't. Streets on fire, Billy won't, Billy won't. Keeping the law tonight, Billy won't. He's the protector, Billy won't. Streets on fire, Billy won't, Billy won't. Keeping the law tonight, Billy won't, Billy won't. Streets on fire, Billy won't. Keeping the law tonight, Billy won't.
So there you go,
Excellent.
Chris.
That was good, that. Really good. Honestly, it was good, that.
Again, I must confess, when I listen to that one, I have to do the air bass because I just feel like the bass line is so good. But yeah, and I wonder if it'll have the same reaction, Chris, to your anthem from last week, which was Creaking on the Stair. So I actually got several requests. Can we have that one? Usually I'll batch up all the songs and then I'll release them. So if you search for the VHS Strikes Back on Spotify or YouTube Music, wherever, you should find them. And I usually batch them up, but people are so keen to get the story of the creaking stair and the press ups that I released that one early. So there you go. But amazing chat today. Sorry, Greg, if you thought we were going to love this one, but amazing pick. I'm glad. I'd actually completely forgotten that I'd watched this one. And so it was dormant in my memory cells somewhere. But thank you for the pick. Thanks to all our listeners out there. Thanks to all our supporters. And we'll speak to you next time.
Bye.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?
We better get back, because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
I'll be back. That's odd.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Wax on, wax off. Get to the chopper!
One ring to go. All right. Ding, ding.
Bust you up. Go for it.
Well, here we go. Ain't so bad. Ain't so bad. Ain't so bad. Come on. Ain't so bad. Ain't nothing. Come on. You must be crazy or something. I'm crazy. You just a stupid fool. Maybe you stupid. I ain't breathing heavy. He's a fool. He's stupid. I'll see you in 6 months.